Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show podcast.
So what do you guys really think about the AI-powered dressing rooms that will be debuting at some Old Navy stores? Touched on it in 3 Things to Know today, but that was quick. You seemed excited, Sam.
I was excited at first until you explained everything that is included in it because...
Everything that we know so far.
Yeah, because to me, the obvious one that I wanted to play with, I thought that was going to be included, but it's not.
What?
Tell us everything that's included.
This is the article. Shoppers can hang items on smart racks that instantly display prices. Check, like that. Although it should be on the price tag anyway.
Yeah.
Allow them to request new sizes. Mm-hmm. Oh, I need an 8. I need a 10. Okay. And even make suggestions about matching pieces for outfit inspo. I like that.
That's nice.
Yeah, I kind of like that, but still. All from a touch screen inside of the stall. System sends real-time updates when an associate is fetching your request and keeps track of your total, so there's no surprises. So if you hang...
Love that. That's really cool.
Have 3 items hanging on a rack, you know what you're going to be spending when you get to the register. Basically, a virtual style meets shopping assistant.
So here's the geeky question. Which of the AI chats is powering that?
Don't know that answer yet. Okay, we could,
because it's going to be based on one of them. It's either going to be ChatGPT or some of the others that you do integrations
whoever with. Old Navy has to deal with, I suppose.
I was just wondering because you could
I don't know.
I mean, you could ask your own AI, questions, but it's not going to be able to do what you're talking about there. All the in-store, the inventory, all that's
right. That AI will be.
I think that is cool.
That assistant in the dressing room will be all schooled up with, I say schooled up, informed with their inventory, their sizes, the prices. They'll know everything.
And you're speaking to this AI assistant? Is that how this works? Or are you actually having to type in, punch in on a touch screen?
It looks like touch screen is how it begins.
Okay.
But to me...
Yeah, you probably don't want all that talk going on in the
Murphy loves...
especially the way some people talk to, hey, I need...
Yeah.
Well, Murphy talks to his AI... When you're working on you were working on a project the other night and you were having a conversation in the other room with a female, and I'm like, what's going on up there? And I walk in and is it Grok assistant?
Yeah, she was walking me through camera
lady.
settings. I was having an issue with connecting 2 things, and she walked me right through it.
Yeah,
it's really become quite sophisticated, and I love that. And I use both Grok and ChatGPT because you know me, I'm excessive.
Got to try,
but it's all new technology, so I would rather compare the two to each other. But it is a and now you have to subscribe. You're gonna you don't get
pay
that,
for it.
You don't get that part for
it's
free.
Not free.
But it's okay. I mean, it's premium.
What are you looking for in an AI dressing room that Old Navy's not offering?
I thought that there would be some kind of visual component. Like I go in there with I'm going to try this green thing on.
You want to sit?
What would it look like in yellow?
You want a stylist? Oh, you want...
Okay, hold on 1 second. You're in the dressing room with a mirror. Why do you need that? Seriously. If they've got a yellow one, they'll bring you a yellow one, and you can
tell the AI assistant to bring you the yellow one.
On you.
I know. I guess I'm just trying to really save time.
Yeah, but even that is not going to be as real as what they're trying to do, which is getting it, to you. Now, if they get rid of mirrors, yes, Sam, you're exactly right. I guess the whole thing goes virtual, but... If you're in the dressing room, let the assistant or whatever bring it to you.
Yeah.
And I guess they're going to tell you if it's not in stock. You would need to know that also.
I'm the one of us that probably spends the most time in dressing rooms. Being honest, out of us,
I would agree with that.
I will say that I would have to try it out to decide whether I like it or not, because I'm also the least likely to use AI to assist me, especially with something as personal as putting on clothing and deciding whether I like it or not.
Well, now the selection process, I get. What it won't do, and I understand that because it's probably better that a human does this, is what does it look like on me? Maybe AI will get there one day, but that's why I like having you around, Jodi, when I'm in a dressing room, because I want an opinion. You know what I'm saying? And AI is not going to be able to give you that opinion.
No.
Oh, it will, but it'll always be positive.
Yes, right, exactly. That looks fantastic.
That's a great choice you made there, Sam.
But I mean, I put on pants before where I know it's like, oh, this is riding up way too high. That kind of stuff. But if it's not obvious to me, I like having the feedback and the opinion.
That's not a part of this. The opinion is not going to be a part of this. You're still going to have to, and someone else's opinion, your opinion matters most.
Yes. Well, and I agree. AI is not specialized enough to give you an opinion. In fact, it doesn't give opinions. It recites what it knows. So
What's
it recites
funny
data.
about this to me, debuting AI-powered dressing rooms, the strangest thing to me about it is it's Old Navy. I would expect this from somewhere else first.
Yeah.
I would expect this from Bloomingdale's first, or Macy's, but Old Navy. I've only ever been in an Old Navy dressing room once in my life, and there was no associate around to help.
Yeah.
And it was just manic. And that's because they were super busy.
Yeah.
And I felt pretty on my own in there, and that's fine.
Maybe they're better suited with all the locations, because you have to pilot something like this. You
Sure.
really are. The first people going in are the ones who are the kind of the guinea pigs on it.
Yeah, you're
As it
right.
gets refined before it gets rolled out.
Yeah. It makes
And
you
maybe they've got a tighter inventory or something. The only inventory they've got is their brand, right?
Yeah.
Whereas a Macy's or others have
Oh, you're right.
every other
you're right.
brand.
You're right, Murphy. Okay.
I mean, that's just a guess. I have no idea. Maybe it's simpler for a store like an Old Navy that's a very focused. If you're going to experiment with something, you don't want it to be so complex at first that you can't really work the bugs out.
Thank you. That's a concern of mine too. Walking into a
Did it
dressing
get
room,
stuck?
I don't want to get stuck in
Error,
there or
error,
stuck.
error.
Right. Not that I can't just. To me, if I'm in the dressing room and then there are AI capabilities, does that mean I have to use them? Not right away, probably.
Yeah.
No,
If I don't hit the touch screen, I'm fine. But the touch screen in the dressing room also makes me feel a little oogie, because it's also a privacy issue to me. I'm getting undressed in there.
Well, it
It's
doesn't
a
have camera
vulnerability
on it.
thing.
It's a touch screen, but
We think it doesn't have a camera on it. I mean, yeah, I know. I'm not saying it does. It just feels weird. You're right. Factually, it doesn't have a camera on it. It's there to assist me, but it still feels weird for technology to go into that personal space for me.
What about the germs?
Yeah,
Constantly
That-
touching
that
the
has
screen that
nothing-
everybody else is touching?
We live in a screen world. We do that all the time, don't we? Anyway, it's coming.
yeah. I'm
The point.
a fan of it. I think that would be really cool. And of course, I'm sure the system's going to have to be rebooted every now and then. You don't have to reboot humans. Well, usually.
It's
Oh,
funny.
yeah. Like one of those things that's broken more than it's working.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, and I don't know. I'm assuming that they'll make all that
Yeah,
work.
you don't
But
know
it's-
what you don't know. I mean, I'm ignorant to the fact of what it can actually bring. I'm sure it's a good idea once the kinks are worked out. But unfortunately, it makes me seem non-progressive, but I'm not as impressed by it all as you are, Murphy. Like when Murphy's working on a project and AI is helping him, he is impressed and he is talking about it and he's lit up. He lights up about it.
It's a tool, yeah.
I know.
I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just a second. But the other thing, I guess the other way to look at it is, your phone.
I know.
It's the only difference between AI and other software is it has the ability to be trained and improve, and and learn and be responsive. I guess that's why they call it a learned language model.
Yeah.
And so it's for companies like that, where the software can actually kind of improve itself, and as it learns more, it actually gets better.
For the customer.
It keeps the system potentially from going completely out of date. Otherwise, all you have, it's up to the people writing code in the background, wherever they are writing the code. It's code writers, right?
Mm-hmm.
That are ones that improve and tweak software. When you get new features on something and a software update on or app update on your phone, like, wow, that's cool. But 9 times out of 10, there's a human somewhere along the line that's been part of that
Sure.
development process. And so if you don't, if that's what you're reliant on, that's why software and other things becomes out of date. It's probably a very smart investment for a lot of companies, and it is where it's all going. The only thing that's just still mind-blowing to me about it is the amount of electricity that it takes to do this. And as AI continues to expand, they're literally having to build more power plants because it consumes an insane amount of electricity.
And what are the ramifications of that
At Old Navy?
over time? No, for us.
I don't know, random blackouts at the house. Somebody asked Google a question again. No, but the reason the AI impresses me, I'll show you. And this is something. So I've never asked Grok this before. So let's go into voice mode here and assistant. Hi, Grok. I have a question for you about my friend.
Hey, what's up? What's your question about your friend?
So my friend Sam has an Uni, and that's one of those pizza ovens. And I'm really thinking about getting one, but I
Oh.
don't know what the pros and cons are. What should I consider?
That's a very good question.
Pros? They're super portable.
Yeah.
Heat up crazy fast,
Yeah.
like 950 degrees Fahrenheit,
Mm-hmm.
and make restaurant-style pizza in 60 seconds
Yep.
with that crispy charred crust everyone loves. Gas, wood, or multi-fuel options give you flexibility. Great for backyard hangouts, and you can cook more than just pizza, like steaks or veggies.
Oh.
Cons? They're pricey, starting around $300 up to $1,000, and there's a learning curve. Timing the dough launch so it doesn't stick or burn.
Mm-hmm.
Wind can mess with the fire, and you'll need to monitor it close. No set it and forget it.
Yeah.
From
Oop.
Carew model gets hot spots if you don't rotate the pie, but a turning peel helps. Also, fuel cost adds up if you use wood.
So should I go with gas or wood?
Gas is easier, cleaner, quicker to fire up, consistent temps, less smoke hassle.
That's great.
Wood gives authentic flavor, smoky char, but needs chopping or buying logs and more babysitting for airflow and heat.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Depends on your vibe, more hands-on or low effort.
Wow.
So when people have an uni, do they wind up like using it only a couple of times and it just sits and starts to gather dust?
Okay.
Not really. Most folks pull it out weekly in summer for pizza nights.
Yes.
But it rarely becomes a dust collector if
That's
they're into
right.
cooking or hosting. Dust happens more with impulse buyers who
Wow.
overestimate their grill game.
Yeah.
What's your cooking routine like?
This is cool. Okay. Okay.
So
See, for
anyway,
him,
you see where
his
that
cooking
goes.
routine on pizza is going to be let it sit and get dusty.
Right. And then here would be
Right.
the last thing is so all right, so I'm interested. Can you give me a couple of Amazon links?
Oh, Lord.
Sure. For gas, check Amazon for the Uni Coda 12. It's around $300. Propane, super simple. Search Uni Coda 12 Gat Pizza Oven. For wood, the Carew 12 Multi-Fuel is about $350. Uses wood pellets or gas with an adapter. Try searching Uni Carew 12 Multi-Fuel Oven.
Anyway,
Want me to narrow it down? by
You get it.
so
or
she,
size?
yeah, she could narrow it down for me. But anyway, you see, that's really where otherwise, I'd be Googling all of those things, and it's incredibly sophisticated now.
And
you know?
and if you ask that question of it in 1 month, the information is even better because it's continually gathering information every single day. Then that we all use it the hundreds of thousands of people who asked an Uni question or fed it Uni information. The information is better.
See, and the pros and cons that she gave are exactly things that went through my head before I actually purchased it.
Sure.
When I was looking at wanting to get one,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, you can't walk away from it.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to spin it around.
Yeah.
Gas is so much easier than trying to get wood and pellets right.
Right.
It's like all that stuff.
You are the
But-
perfect person to be using AI, Murphy, because see, Murphy, I would have stopped after the first or second answer and been like, okay, but you continue to have these conversations with it, and you learn more, and you're actually probably feeding it also. Your
it's
grok is
learning
becoming
from
better
me.
for you.
Yeah. The one thing that I have learned by using this now, though, over the course of a year, it's the same effect as binge watching a show. So if you sit down and you watch a show that has 12 episodes and you do 6 episodes one night and 6 episodes the next night, a couple of months go by, you have no clue what you watched.
Right.
You don't internalize it, and I've noticed that. It's great for quick fixes. It's kind of like YouTube videos for repairing things.
You do
but
it,
if
it's
but
gone.
But if it's something I'm not doing often, it's a quick answer, and I haven't done all the homework, and I haven't written it down for myself. A couple of months later, I'm not even sure I remember the question I asked.
Okay,
It's
so
weird.
you
It's weird.
getting your own information and your own fact finding, it sort of seeps more into your brain and stays. But if it's a quick, easy answer from Grok,
Or ChatGPT.
it did
or
not. It does
Gemini.
not take up residence in your brain.
Well, I mean,
It's gone.
I think it sticks, but if it's a complex process of something that I'm not an expert at, for
Yeah.
example, if I have it designing a little something and I want it to tweak my software for me for something that I'm trying to record, use, do whatever, then it's pretty expert and I can troubleshoot through it. But I couldn't remember. You know, here's the other example. It's like Google Maps or Waze. If you drive somewhere and for the first time and you use Google Maps or Waze to get you around, you're probably not going to be able to retrace your steps, or at least I don't.
Mm-hmm.
But if I know, okay, wait a second, I need to turn right up here and I'm paying attention to the street signs, then it's internalized.
Your brain.
It's such a weird effect. Yeah.
But you don't have to use your brain as much with the help of AI,
Right.
which is why using your own brain.
Yeah.
Your brain is like AI. The more you use it, the better it
Yeah.
gets.
I mean, you can tell I geek out on it. I'm fascinated by the process, but it's still a tool.
Mm-hmm.
You still have to double check everything on it because it is not right a lot of the time.
Sure.
You know.
And one of the things it didn't say, and I guess this would be you further asking another question, is one of her cons was the price.
Yeah.
And it's like, work around. How can I work around that? Which is kind
What
of what
you
I
did.
did. You know, went to Facebook Marketplace, but you didn't ask that question. But I guess if you asked, are there ways to?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
She probably
would
would
have
have
spit
said-
out 3 or 4
Yeah.
solutions.
See
Yeah.
if someone that wants to sell theirs.
Yeah.
Right.
It's interesting you bring that up, Sam, because I've noticed that also. There are some things you would think it would be obvious to AI to put out there, and these AI models, if you notice, both ChatGPT and Grok do the same thing, where you ask it the question, and a lot of times it'll come back and ask you the next question. It's got a prompt; it wants to continue the conversation, but once you ask it that question, well, okay, well, are there other ways I can get it other than brand new? And she'll say, yes, absolutely. I mean, we could just try that and see what she says. But it's, so let me see here.
My favorite thing was my friend Sam.
You
think
can
he
do
got-
what Sam did and
Right.
go on Facebook Marketplace.
Right. All right. So if I want to buy one used, are there any good options to get a clean one?
Yeah, used Onus pop up on eBay, Craigslist, or OfferUp in clean shape like a Coda 12 in Potomac for $30. But check for rust or cracks on the stone.
Yeah.
Some sellers include peels or covers, so read listings close. Want me to dig up a couple specific deals?
Oh, Lordy.
Well, what about like Facebook Marketplace? I bet she can't look that up.
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace has solid deals like a lightly used Oni Karoo 12 with a good stone and propane burner for cheap, or a Coda 16 used once
Okay,
with
well.
the untouched
Thank you.
You doubting her that she has Facebook.
Well, I wondered that too. It's like, why did she leave Facebook Marketplace?
Well,
out?
so AI can't go. It usually can't go behind paywalls. So if it's something that has a subscription to it, it's not going to be able to go look into if it can't do login. It can only scan the public internet or what it's been fed by others.
Yeah.
And the other thing I'll say about it too is that I've learned about this is sometimes you'll want to exclude things like you don't want it to necessarily use Reddit or something. If I want like the official word or the official scientific facts or something specific from a manufacturer, I'll tell it not to look at Reddit or other comments,
Wikipedia.
X and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
If you don't want opinions.
Yeah.
Okay.
well,
Interesting
my opinion
stuff.
is go with an Uni 12, a Coda 12 that's gas only.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you, Grok.
And
Well,
if,
you're welcome.
if any of us happen upon an Old Navy AI-powered dressing room, we'll agree to go in and play.
Yeah.
Missed any part of the show? Get it all on the Murphy, Sam, and Jody podcast.